The noon hour of madness and mayhem powered by Jalisco's, the podcast.
Victor, I've been causing a stir on Facebook.
Oh, what did you do? It's fun, huh?
It's fun at times. It's distracting.
Yeah, I distracted myself a bit the other day with the Radio Peeps post.
Well, somebody decided to post in the Life in Idaho Falls group just to antagonize some people, saying, hey, if you're from California, share your former area code and where you're from, what city. And I said 714, shout out to Seal Beach. And there was this one guy that, came up with this stupid poem that was like, Idaho is red, California is blue, something along the lines of that. And his post got there's a lot of people that are quiet on Facebook that just like comments that they agree with. So a lot of people were liking what he wrote. Idaho is red, California is blue. If you come from California, don't bring it with you, which, of course, we've emphasized many, many times on the air. How many California liberals are there that are coming here to change Idaho?
I think you might have a button.
Oh, you're
that
right.
Would say how many liberal Californians I've met Idaho.
Where is it at? Hold on. I need to find it.
Yeah, we haven't played that button in a while.
There it is. You ready for this one?
Yeah, this is
0.0.
That's how many California liberals I've met that have moved here.
And so I asked the guy, I'm like, have you met anyone from California that moved to Idaho Falls? And I've explicitly said they're a liberal and they're wanting to change the state blue. And he just wrote yes.
Oh, he did?
He did.
I have.
He's Nine people liked my comment about, have you met anybody that's been wanting to change Idaho? Nobody here does that.
I've got a tip for the Californians, because I saw another post in the Life in Idaho Falls group, and I thought it was going to be a dumpster fire like that. This woman was talking about her cleaning business. Did you see this post?
I think so.
Okay, so she's like, hi, I just moved to East Idaho from California, and I've got this cleaning company, and I don't remember the name of it, but they had a big American flag as the logo, and it was talking about it. It was like Freedom Cleaning or something. So then she talked about all the, great reasons for moving to Idaho.
Wow, she's an honest worker, and she's very, very patriotic.
Yes. So what you got to do is you need to come in and you really just need to schmooze all the ideals of the people who are afraid of liberals. And then you'll be okay.
I wiped the California dirt off myself. Now I'm cleaning your places. That should be her slogan.
Yeah, something like that. If you just roll in and are like, I'm moving from California, and you don't, put out a bunch of stuff about how great Idaho is because it's, a very conservative place and, family stuff and blah, blah, blah. You got to throw all that in if you don't want to because everyone was liking her post, like, welcome to the area. I was like,
exactly.
What is happening here? You all hate all Californians.
They just have
But if they come in and, pander a little bit, then it's all good.
Well, if they come in and they sort of prove themselves.
Yeah.
Like I'm just myself here. That's all that I am.
Seriously, if someone knows a California liberal that moved in, I'd like to meet them.
Sure. Yeah.
I'd love to chat with them because I don't meet enough liberal people around here. All the liberals I know are just people who've been my friends since I was in high school and things like that.
And it's like one guy even wrote 951. I won't rob you. I promise. In the comment
What's
section.
951? Do you know?
I don't keep track of area codes. 951 area code.
But you told me you had lots of things in area codes.
Southern California covers most of Riverside County and partially extends into San Bernardino, California.
Oh, yeah.
San Bernardino County.
San Bernardino. Sketchy. All right. Well, he's not going to rob you.
See, that's an entirely different place compared to where I was from.
Yeah, but, people lump, metropolitan areas into one big thing.
I hate to break it to you, but Los Angeles is where the dirt is.
Yeah.
That's where all the I don't know how to say it, but it's like it's the dirty part. San Francisco, same way. Awful place to be. Oakland is even worse than San Francisco.
And
I'm from Orange County.
I've never explored San Francisco or Oakland, so I can't judge. I've never been in Skid Row in L.A.
That's a fun place to go. We'll take you there next time you come down to California. I always tell you, you can always come with me and hang out with my family and all that. We can go to Skid Row. And
I wouldn't be afraid to go to Skid Row.
I know you wouldn't. It'd be fun to show you.
Yeah. Did he walking through areas with a bunch of weirdos? I'm not going to, get attacked.
Right,
okay?
Hollywood Boulevard.
Hollywood Boulevard. I've bumped into all kinds of psychopaths on Hollywood Boulevard, and that's a major tourist stop.
Definitely.
So, but yeah, where you talk about like, I'm from Seal Beach, I'm not from LA. It just when you come to these big metropolitan areas, if you don't live in them, everyone's just going to call it Los Angeles.
Right.
Like Long Beach, Los Angeles. Santa Monica, that's LA. If it's in that big, huge area where there's tons of people, it's LA, Victorville, LA, and it's way, way away from. Once I hit traffic, okay, I'm in LA.
Yeah, people were asking me yesterday, are your parents okay? Like they were actually caring for some.
Well, there was a tsunami warning.
Yeah, in Northern California. So I had to explain to them San Francisco and that area up there is 12 hours away from my family.
Yeah. No, a lot of people don't know their geography, Peaches. But
right, I'm glad they cared. I'm glad they reached out to me. But it's funny that like they just assume California, Peach's parents are in trouble with the tsunami warning.
Yeah, I saw tsunami warning West Coast, and I immediately was like, oh, geez. But then I looked at where, and I was like, okay.
And nothing happened.
Maddie's all right. And yeah, thankfully, nothing happened because
you say thankfully, but you secretly like natural disasters.
I like documentaries about No, I don't
Ride
like
the wave.
them. I don't like them, but I like to watch documentaries
I know
about
you're
them.
cheering on the blue wave going on to California. Come on.
I do like a nice blue wave, I'll tell you what. I do.
Victor's got something.
I got something.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you and I talked about this off air, maybe on the morning show, but, I keep an eye on Reddit and I see all the hate the Woody Show's getting in the Woody Show subreddit.
I was about to make a post in there, too. I was stirring things up on Facebook earlier, and I almost went, you guys are a bunch of whiny little, and I was going to put the full word and everything, and I realized the Woody Show knows me, sort of. Menace knows who I am. Some of the people do. People on staff still know who I am, and my username is my legitimate name.
Oh, then they'll know who you are.
So then they, for the most part, ignore the subreddit.
I can tell.
Yeah, and they just move right along. That's about it. So if I were to go in there and do something, cause some drama, it would have been hard to try to book Menace for the next episode of the podcast I'm starting and all that. I think. And that's just and I don't tie my name into anything that I don't want it to be. So that's why even stirring things up on Facebook, I'm like, hey, you know what? Let me just not really say anything. I posted about the whole Spotify or not supporting artists post, and there were some people going, they pay money for bigger bands, and I don't want to get into that argument with, it's like, I don't understand people's logic. They don't know anything about the music business. They just think they do, and then they start spewing out stuff.
Oh, yeah. Well, I heard this or read this, blah, blah, blah.
It's like me arguing with a heart surgeon about the parts of the heart and how it operates and stuff.
There's a lot of people who are not putting a lot of faith in doctors and scientists these days.
Right.
That's not really outside of the realm of possibilities.
But you said you had something. Sorry.
Well, no, I just wanted to let people know at one point I did make a K-Bear 101 subreddit.
Oh, you did?
It has no posts. It has, I think, one member that is me.
We're on everything, and we hardly use some of it. Like, I posted a voting poll in our Discord saying, hey, what days are you guys available to hang out? Because I might just jump in there and talk with listeners.
So if you want to take a page out of the Woody playbook, Woody Show, and just level complaints at us, maybe Reddit's the place to do it. You go set up your Reddit account and you can trash us.
Like we talked about before off the air, the Ravi's exit caused a lot of that. They don't like change. Hardly anybody likes change. And so when this new lady comes in, no matter how great or awful that person is, they're going to insult that person till they get their original show back, which is not going to happen at all.
Yeah, shows change over time. And, I don't know what their show's generally like because I haven't listened to a whole show. Well, I fired it up the other day just to check a little bit out, and they were doing kind of the typical stuff that morning shows do to start the show.
Yeah.
Here's some interesting factoids.
That's exactly what they'll do. And then
random facts. I'm like, all right, get that out of the radio prep. That's nice.
They'll spark conversation about it. They'll do the stereotypical stuff. But Woody has this, like, I don't care behavior that I actually really like because he was against the whole iHeartMedia programming ways. He was about to get fired back in October of, 2014. And he's like, I'm going to do the show my way. And they end up becoming one of the best morning shows there is in LA because he, keeps it real. I don't like when radio stations say that, but when they actually do it, that's something else.
Well, I got to hear him keeping it real then, because all I heard was just that stuff,
Well,
which is like standard every radio station stuff.
He addressed the whole ravey thing on the air. Usually you're told, hey, don't say anything. They mysteriously disappeared. We'll act like nothing happened to them. Yeah. He actually said at some point we'll talk about what happened with her, but right now is not the time. And they even acknowledged the subreddit sometimes. They actually told Gina to stop cackling in the background because that was a huge complaint on the Reddit page. So he somewhat keeps track of it. But does he care? Because, I mean, most people are going to complain about anything. Oh yeah, anything.
Yeah, for sure. The posters in there, they're pretty dumb. From a lot of the things I was reading in there, and it's like, why don't you guys just go listen to something else?
And usually Reddit's a place of intelligence, but when it comes to radio listeners, sometimes you see them just spew things that don't make any sense. They just think they know something, and then they'll go, "Oh, okay."
Well, that's like the radio subreddit. That's filled with a bunch of people who don't know a lot about radio.
Definitely.
Or they're like into actual radios. Like, hey, which one of these should I buy?
That's pretty fun, though.
I'm like, all right, that's cool.
I like people who collect weird things like that. It's unique. I still love r/bald. Hey, should I let it go? It's like some guy with like no hair on his head.
And it's like, yes, you should. Yeah, I still get those posts too. And every one of them, I'm like, what? You don't even need to ask. Look at yourself.
It's like Dr. Phil. It's like it's all on the sides, and then he's like, should I get rid of it? Duh, just shave the rest of it.
Like, dude, the top of your head looks like cobwebs. Get the duster out.
Victor, it's the noon hour of Madness and Mayhem powered by Jalisco's, and we're talking old people again.
Yeah, I thought you were taking a jab at me first because I posted one of these kind of memes the other day.
Oh, yeah, on the main page.
Yeah, like if you give yourself a point for each of these things.
Yeah.
And,
I'm trying to differentiate your posts from my posts, and I'm posting a lot of these like Gen Z related memes just to, attract the younger audience to get them to follow us and stay up to date with us.
And I'm like, we're all old.
Yeah, it's a good combo. Good combo of old and young. Combine them together.
That's right. We got something for everybody.
Right.
I mean, the only thing I hadn't done on that list was own a pager. Everything else. Did you go through that list?
Sure. I can go through it right now.
Well, let's see if there's anything. Because to me, I was like, these are things I would think most people have done.
Used a rotary phone? Never.
Never used a rotary phone?
Never.
Really?
Never touched one.
Wow.
Used a floppy disk? No.
What? Not even back in school?
A floppy disk? I mean, maybe in very early on with my old parents' computer.
Yeah.
Maybe. Actually, you know what? Didn't Taco Bell have those computer games? Well, those might have been CDs.
They might have been discs.
They might have been discs.
Like CDs.
Yeah. Used a typewriter? Never.
What?
Taking photos with a film camera? Obviously, I love doing that.
Okay.
Have a CD collection or had a CD collection? Definitely have one of those. Made a mixtape? No.
No, never made a mixtape?
No, my parents' computer, they had this stuff, but they didn't want to show me how to do anything. My parents didn't want to show me how to cook, anything like that. And so I had to learn on my own eventually, and I'm still learning quite a lot of stuff that they didn't teach me. But owned a Walkman. I believe I had an MP3 circular player that just played CDs. That's not a Walkman. That's just
Walkman's the tape, a cassette tape.
I did have a little boom box that was made for kids, and I had I had a Devo's little cassette tape. I don't know what album it was, but I put it in there, rewound it. I kept playing Whip It over and over and over again. For some reason, as a kid, I loved that song.
Well, it's not a terrible song.
Right.
But
had a VHS recorder.
I'm guessing they're talking about a camera that records into VHS. That's the way I took it.
I think my parents have one of those that I used for a little while there.
Or it could have been, like a dual VCR setup or a VCR that had two slots so you could record from one tape to the other. Either or, I had both.
Had to repair a tape cassette with a pencil.
See, and there's a couple ways on this. There's repairing it with a pencil or potentially having to tape the tape back together.
Okay. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Renting movies at Blockbuster, obviously. Been to Blockbuster plenty of times.
Okay.
That's the thing, too, is that a lot of these old people are like, oh, you are Peaches, you don't know what Blockbuster is. It's like they just automatically assume things. It's like, dude, I'm nearly 30. What are you talking about? Played an Atari. See, that's before my time. I played the GameCube.
Yeah, that's crazy. The GameCube was your start. I played so many systems.
Isn't it crazy how time passes by?
Yeah, you kids, man.
It's like the same people that go, I can't believe it's Friday. Time passes by.
Yeah, it sucks, especially when you get older and it just starts flying by.
It does.
It's crazy.
Listen to music on a boombox.
You just said you had a little boombox, so all right.
Sent a fax. I think I did to my parents' work, my dad's work. When me and my mom teamed up together, did something like that. I was a kid, and I wrote like a little note to my dad, and we both sent it off to him.
Yeah, I used to send tons of faxes.
Used MySpace. I couldn't, unfortunately. I tried asking for one. This was before Facebook. And my parents were like, no, we see a couple kissing on their profile. We don't want to expose you to that, Peaches.
Yeah, MySpace was real vile.
Used dial-up to access the internet. Yeah, I remember that sound.
Okay.
Yeah. To start up my parents' computer. Very bad. I had an encyclopedia. We didn't have them. We just used them in middle school. Some of them, but like we still had access to the computer lab, but they're like, you got to use the old-fashioned encyclopedia for some of this stuff. And
yeah, we had one at my parents' house. I don't know what happened to it.
Used a phone book. Now, see, when I was a kid, I was like, I want to become an actor like those kids on Sweet Life on Zack and Cody. And they were like, oh, you got to look for the talent agencies in the phone book. So I just went down.
We've got our ad in the
Total
yellow
waste of
pages.
time. Sent handwritten letters. I've done that before plenty of times.
Oh, yeah.
Love that whole thing. Used a paper map. My parents did. I never really said, oh, I need to find my direction, find out where I need to go and pull out a map.
Yeah, I don't miss those days.
Owned a pager. No, I haven't touched one.
Not me either.
Wrote a check. No, I don't be that guy in the grocery store. I've written checks plenty of times, but
okay.
I hate to be that guy using one at like Winco, clogging up the line.
I only have checks to deal with Idaho Falls utilities.
Okay.
That's it. That's the only thing I have checks for.
I've used it before for checks I forgot exactly what, but different things here and there. It's very rare that I do it, and I always like have to look up how to properly write a check with endorsing it on the back and everything. And
yeah, I've got it down pretty good because I've written so many hundreds. I don't know. Running the shop in Burley, lots of checks getting written in there. But I forgot what I was going to say, so forget it.
Used a record player, definitely. Oh. I have 2 record players at my place right now. Used MSN Messenger, never.
Okay. Yeah, that was what we had to do back in the day. We had Yahoo Messenger. We had Excite. There was a bunch of them. ICQ. That was
I know
my
ICP. That's all
That's
I
right.
know.
Down with the clown.
Down with the clown. Yeah.
All
My
right.
dad even commented on the post, and I'm not that old, but have done them all. He turns 60 next year. So
Yeah, see, you're not very old at all, and you've done most of them. So I didn't think it was a very good list.
Right, no, you need to go back to that what we were talking about off the air with that one guy posted on my friend's list that was like, back in my day we had 25-cent cheeseburgers at McDonald's. What's going on here?
Exactly. That's when you could talk about being old. You go back to, I'm not going to make the joke I was going to make.
Oh, come on.
No,
Why
not going to do it. Not going to do it.
Wrapping up the noon hour of Madness and Mayhem powered by Jalisco's. Victor, what you got over there?
Well, I don't remember who I was talking to earlier. It was Lieutenant Crane that I was talking to about little kids swearing. How I think it's really funny.
Yeah. I heard that part of traffic school.
So somebody posted on Reddit, my 8-year-old tearfully confessed to me today that he cursed out a classmate at school. So I was relaxing with my kid before bed. I just turned out the lights and he had put on one of the nightly podcasts we listened to when he suddenly started sobbing. He told me he did something terrible, really bad, and was afraid I'd yell and be so mad. I stayed calm and assured him I wouldn't yell. He told me, he said, blank you, shut up, to another boy his age.
Nice.
No teachers were around. The boy told him he's not allowed to say that, and my son told me he immediately apologized. I sat there as he choked all this out. I felt helpless in the moment. He's so young, but he felt so much shame. He was asking me how he will ever forget doing such a thing and said, why do I praise him when he did a bad thing? When I told him I was proud that he felt safe to tell me. He was also so scared the other boy would tell his parents and he may get expelled from school. I again reassured him when we started talking about measures to be more careful with his speech. So this kid, he was so upset he was shaking because he, said something a little bit negative.
I can't wait to finally have kids and just see them like get all scared, do the tactics that I did back when I was a young troublemaker.
Oh, dude. It's funny because I think back, I know I got in trouble for using bad language in school lots of times, but I mean, you'd have to say something really horrific, I would think, to get expelled, kicked out of school permanently.
Yeah. You had to be, even where I was, like in Southern California, you had to like really, really, really mess up. I think one kid pulled out a knife one time that was worth an expulsion. But what I used to do is that if I was on the swing set and there was a kid counting how many times so I can get off and they can have their turn, I start kicking sand at them when I'm on the swing. That was okay somehow.
Oh, it's just funny. I'm thinking back and he must have been afraid that the school was going to tell his parents. And that's why he's like, I better fess up first.
Or they get that mom that's like, how do you allow this language in this facility?
Yeah.
Like that type of Karen that goes to the principal.
Yeah, because kids swear. People like to pretend they don't.
They pretend their kid's the best kid ever.
Yeah,
I'm sure that kid was worthy of that, that sentence there.
Yeah, he probably deserved it.
Right. Some kid named Cody causing a havoc in the back of the kindergarten classroom.
And the kid said he immediately apologized after when the kid's like, you're not supposed to say that. I would have, if that was me. What was I swear it's some kid and he's like, you're not supposed to say that. I would go, geez, the things that would start coming out of my mouth.
See, back when I was a kid, though, it was like, I know you are, but what am I? Like, that was the big thing.
Me and my friends were a bunch of foul mouths. We were bad.
But it was probably loud back then, wasn't it?
No. But if you were just on the playground, no teachers around, yeah, you're going to be able to get away with it. But...
Some kid called me some, not even that bad of a word, and I went right to the lunch lady, and they sent them right to the...
Pages, you snitch.
When I was a kid, we're all battling to see who could, get the other people in trouble first.
Oh, geez. Yeah, we wouldn't have liked that in my crew.
But that was the same time where, we would trap bees in Doritos bags and then shake up the Doritos bags and then open it back up, and the last person to leave would win. Because the bee would be all angry, try to sting us.
He played different games than me.
The noon hour of Madness and Mayhem powered by Jalisco's is a production of Riverbend Media Group. For more information... Oh, wow, I swallowed my spit wrong while I was still talking. That's funny. All right. Okay, where was I? Oh, for more information or to contact the show, visit riverbendmediagroup.com.